In the northeast corner of Florida, right alongside the Atlantic Ocean, is the city of Jacksonville. Not only does it have more people than any other city in the Sunshine State, surprisingly, it holds the record for being America's largest city, measured by area, outside of Alaska. And as Ava tells us, Jacksonville is also where a major port for the US Navy is located.
Called Naval Station Mayport, its busy harbor is home to dozens of warships. One of them is this destroyer. Recently, the ship was taken out of active service for renovations. And Teen Kids News was invited aboard for a tour.
Hi, my name is Kelly Harris. I'm a lieutenant junior grade in the US Navy, and this is my warship, USS the Sullivans. It's a multi-mission warship. This bad boy can do anything you need it to do. It can go fast and go 30 plus knots, and go all back full in less than a minute. You name it, but we are the fastest guys on the water and by far the most lethal out there. And if you come with me, I can take you along on a tour of the really cool spots inside the ship. So this is not a door, it is a hatch. So there's two levers, you pull up and out, and then we go in. So now we are inside the ship on the main deck, which is also the damage control deck. This ship is one big loop all the way around. So towards the back of the ship, we're going to enter Central Controlling Station. This is where we manage the entire engineering plant. So think engines, generators, air, water. This is how we get the ship moving. So in here, we have multiple sailors always on watch, ready to control the engineering plant from these two consoles behind me. And throughout the day, the rotations will change and there'll be shifts of different people in here at all times during the day while we are at sea driving the ship. So next I'm going to take you into the mess decks, which is where the crew eats all of their meals on board. So this is it. So the crew on board is 300 people large. So in here, this is where they eat lunch, breakfast, and dinner every single day. This is where they hang out with their friends after the workday is done. This is where we come together and have meetings. So this is the central location on the ship where everyone just comes together, shares a meal, and hangs out.
On the wall are the words, "We stick together." It's a clue as to how the ship got its unusual name, the Sullivans. Shortly after Pearl Harbor was attacked, the 5 Sullivan brothers volunteered to join the Navy, but on one condition, that they would all be allowed to stick together.
They felt so much pride during World War II and they enlisted together on the same ship, the USS Juneau. While they were serving on that ship, during the Battle of Guadalcanal, all 5 brothers were tragically killed when 2 Japanese torpedoes struck the side of the ship.
The horror of the tragedy was told in newsreels, as well as in the movie, The Fighting Sullivans.
Name?
George Sullivan.
Sullivan. Number 54. Take this and wait inside till we call your number. Name?
Sullivan.
Sullivan. Hey, didn't I just... Oh, brothers, eh?
The movie captures just how extraordinary it was to have 5 brothers enlist, all at the same time.
Name?
Sullivan.
Set.
The Sullivans brothers lives on today through their family, Kelly Sullivan, who is our ship's sponsor.
Granddaughter of the youngest Sullivan brother, Kelly Sullivan, christened this ship when it was launched in 1995.
Now, don't tell me your name is Sullivan.
No, sir.
What is it?
Sullivan.
These 5 stars are an ever-present reminder of the family that sacrificed so much to help win the war.
So in the Navy, we've given names to everything, and this is a ladder well, not a staircase. So I'm walking up the ladder well, and we're going to head to the pilot house, which is where we will drive the ship from. So right now we're at the forward part of the ship where the officers live. And behind me is the door to the captain's room. On it, you have a list of all the past commanding officers of the Sullivans. Currently, our captain is Commander James Diefendorfer. So now we've entered the pilot house, which is at the top of the ship. And this is where I drive the ship from with my sailors. So this is the center of the pilot house. To my left, you have the captain's chair. And to my right, you have the ex-host chair. This is where they sit anytime that we are underway during any special evolution. This is where the conning officer stands. They're the ones that are actually giving the orders on the turn right or turn left throughout while we are sailing on the ocean. We use all of these different displays to help navigate the ship safely and keep us on track. Behind us, you have the helm station, which is where we actually drive the ship with a wheel. So it's an actual wheel that we turn the ship with, and this controls our rudders at the back of our ship to steer us as we go. Behind me, you'll see that the ship is completely covered in scaffolding and materials. We're currently giving an update to the ship, having her go through a maintenance period, giving her new systems and equipment, giving her a paint job. She's gonna look all nice and fresh, and she's gonna work exceptionally well when we get back out to sea in the fall. So as we're coming to the conclusion of our tour, I'm gonna take you all the way back to the flight deck, but first we're at the top of the ship. So now we're gonna descend, and this is personally my favorite part of the ship because it feels like a secret passageway. So come on. Pretty cool. So now we're at the middle of the ship. It's literally called amidships. And from here, you can get either all the way to the front of the ship or all the way at the back. So right now we're standing on the missile decks. In front of me, you'll see all the various missile tubes and launchers. From here, we will launch a variety of missiles that can go super far, super close, you name it. Behind me, we have the torpedo launchers, which are meant for anti-submarine warfare. And then on the rest of the ship, we are armed with a variety of different guns. So we have close-in air weapons defense, so anti-air warfare. We have surface warfare, so we have close-in guns, the Mark 38, M240 Bravo machine guns, you name it, we have it. And this is all in defense of our ship and our allies and partners as when we are at sea and operating.
Ships like the Sullivans and their crews make the US Navy the finest in the world. For Teen Kids News, I'm Ava.